Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz and we are live. Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 5 for the finals of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. And we have two stellar teams playing today. 90210 against Quite on Z. Congratulations to 90210 going 3-0 to get to the finals, and a great shootout. And Ilario Figueres working well to get the Quite on Z team to the finals. Let's go ahead and start with the Quite on Z team as we're going to announce our teammates here. And playing number 1, please give me a right out here. Put your hands together for Alessia Zeidler. Alessia will play the number 1, and she loves to pull the team. Good luck today. Alessia, she had a couple people fill in as they played, but she's played in a couple of games now in the finals. Glad to see her back in the saddle because she has a great team playing behind her. Playing the number 2, put your hands together for Artemio Figueres. He has been a goal-scoring machine, playing very well with the number 2 on his back. Playing the number 3, also another very strong defender and goal scorer. Put your hands together for Joao Pedro Souza. And the number 4, and he'll captain the team, scoring an amazing penalty for to put their Quite on Z team in the finals. Put your hands together for Ilario Figueres. Good luck to the Quite on Z team. They worked very hard to get to this final of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. 3-0. They have been dominant, and they are in the black jerseys. Put your hands together for Sarah Siegel Magnus. She'll play the number 1. She has been a goal-scoring machine, so that is something Quite on Z will keep an eye on. Playing the number 2, and he has been playing very, very consistent polo. Finn Segunda, and he'll work well with Sarah in the front of the field. Playing the number 3, one of my favorite players. I love watching this kid play. He plays with a lot of energy. Juan Cruz Marcos, and they call him Kaku. So we'll see how tough he's going to have today, though, in this final. And the captain. And he captains a team at a high level. Put your hands together for number 4, Roberto Zeta. Good luck today, Roberto. As he said, Roberto sat out the first game of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup he had a little bit of a cold. And so I just want to give a shout out to Tatu Gomez Romero. He did a great job filling in for Roberto. Then Roberto's been there in the rest of their games. I'd like to point out also 90210 in their black jerseys and pants. And also the Quite on Z team wearing their black pants today. Love the fashion statement. It's a new fashion statement that we've had here, and we've seen over the last couple of years in the world of polo, and also at the Grand Champions Polo Club and Aspen Valley Polo Club. Our tournament committee embraces the different styles, so we love to see that. Both teams choosing to wear their black pants, so good luck for both teams. They play a very similar style here. And you're going to see Alessia and Sarah, even though they were the number 1s, they're going to go back and forth. They're going to pull the team early, but they will rotate around on defense. And then you will get a 3-player rotation in behind them. So Finn, Juan, and Roberto for 90210 in the black, and Artemio, Joao, and Ilario. They'll work well together. Our mounted officials today in the blue and white, also as a fashion statement. Mounted high-level international umpires, Roddy Matthews from the UK and Gaston Dorniak from Argentina. Also 2 of our top umpires that work in the World Polo League. First ball's in play, 6 Chukkers of polo, field number 5, Grand Champions Polo Club, and away we go. This ball is going to get picked up and won, our first bowling of the day, by the 90210 team. And looks like we got our first whistle. So they come together right here. And then you have one player coming across the line right there. You see that play was going up and down the field there. Number 3, Joao Pedro Souza, is going to have the right-of-way there. And looked like Finn Segunda, the number 2, is going to get caught on a 45-degree cross. Remember the right-of-way? That is the foul you'll see and hear about. We'll talk about 80% of the time. And away we go with the penalty 5A. Big ball hit down the road here. And as I said, look at Sarah already back on defense. Now, Sarah, she is actually the highest scoring player this year up to this game in her first 3 games in the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. Congratulations. This kid also, Artemio, gets a piece of it, bounces off a horse, and now it's taken out by Juan Cruz Marcos. And when he gets the ball, watch, he is fire. He likes to open him up and get him running. They're going to man up here pretty quick as the rotation already starting. Artemio's going to stay with, it looks like he's going to hang there with Roberto. Now Zeta on the leapfrog, jumps in behind Juan Cruz, and they'll work this one down. Now Juan Cruz with the rotation, and Zeta's going to run through. Roberto with the first run of the day, offside, near side, shot on goal, and just wide to the left, and we'll get the low flag. For any of you new, of course, patrons watching today, we'd like to welcome you to CTV Sports. Remember the Grand Champions Polo Club? You can go to gcpolo.com, and you can get, make sure you download the app, and that'll keep you organized all season long here for the 2024 polo season. Also, CTV Sports. And those 2 apps will keep you organized. On the turn, on the paint, Sarah Siegel Magnus. She'll leave this one for Juan Cruz. He gives it back to Sarah. Sarah now walking the dog. And that ball's going to trickle over the end line. And we'll get our second knock-in of the day. So to start out this first Chukker, it looks like 90210 is keeping the pressure on quite on Z in the white jerseys. Cameras today, end zone cameras, center cam, and drone. So we'll bring you all the angles. I'll be working as your third man / IRO. And we will be using the triggers. I'll talk more about them if the umpires need them. On the knock-in, a little bit of an angle play, looking for Joao. They come together there. Backed up again by 90210, and you might get a breakaway here. Picked up by Juan Cruz. Nice ride off by Joao. He's a power polo player. Pushes him left. Now, good stick work here by Juan. Cruz Marcos tries to get through the hook, and he does, but taken out by Joao. Look at Joao. Just leaving the ball for Ilario and picking up the man. Unselfish Polo. Both of these teams work very well together. You watch the communication. It's at a high level, and that's why both of these teams have earned their right to play here in the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup Final. That ball's going to be a little short. Picked up here by Juan Cruz Marcos again. Good stick work. Back to the inside. Gets a little help from Zeta. Now he takes it, carries this one down in the end line, and then you get a whistle here, so that'll stop the clock. And we'll see what our mounted officials decide on this one. Looked like they had a group of players coming around here. Let's break this one down. You come around the corner here. Keep an eye on Juan Cruz Marcos, right, number 3 at the ball. He takes it inside. That ball goes underneath. Now he takes it forward. And you're going to get a late whistle there. So it looks like they're going to call a blocking foul. As you can see that the number 4 in white was across the line there, the right of way. Remember the ball, the direction the ball is traveling. We call that the highway. And there will be an imaginary line. So they're going to give the open goal, and it's going to be Sarah Siegel Magnus. Sarah with the penalty 3 and perfectly hit. She has been phenomenal shooting at goal, not just from the penalties, but on the breakaways. But a great way to start here. And remember, we do have a 1-goal handicap here, as we have a 7-goal team against an 8-goal team, as quite on Z. So that'll make it 1-1, and that'll send us to our first courtesy change with 3:35 on the clock. And as these teams went, we'll break down a little bit. Remember, any of our new viewers, we do switch directions after the ball is after a goal is scored, so you will see the players switching directions for the same sun, wind, field advantage. We have a lot of new viewers always tuning in. And 90210 They actually started out against the Polo school. They won 14-6. Sarah Siegel Magnus scored 6 goals. She scored 4 of them in the first Chukker, but everybody scored goals. Finn scored 4. Juan Cruz scored 3, and Tatu played in that game, and he was a great back. They went on to play in their second game against Raful Polo, and that actually, Raful Polo was with Ray Raful, Santos. Santos was filled in. They had a couple different players play for him, and Martin, Valent, and Juan Bellini, and it was a 9-6 game, 9-2-0, scoring a lot of goals. Also, Sarah picking up another 5 goals, pulling the team there. Their third game, they just had a clean sweep, and they won their third, and that's why I said they were the third one team to go 3-0, and it was actually against this same team right here, Quite on Z, but it was an 8-7 game. So a very close game between these two, and it was the same exact teams. Alessia did play in that game, so we'll see how this one turns out. But look at this, on the bowling, on the breakaway. It's going to be a shot on goal, but just off to the left there as Roberto Zeta having an opportunity. We'll talk more about the first time these two teams met. It was very, very close. Literally went right down to the end, and 90210 pulled out the win 8-7. So we'll see what the situation is today. That might have stopped the clock here. We'll see. We got everybody standing still. And we will start. We will get a knock in here for Lario Figueres. Lario Figueres playing well on 5 goals. He's one of the top 5 goalers in the nation. And as I said, hitting the ball deep, and he will run through. You will get the rotation. And this man right here, he's been driving the ball pretty deep himself, Joao. Loose ball play, nobody home. Marcos will back that one up, looking for Zeta. They come together there. Roberto, I like the non-call here. As you can see, Roberto Zeta, he slammed on the brakes there. And Alario opened the window, so no foul called. Good non-call by the mountain officials, but it looks like 90210 in the black jersey is going to go and take this one forward again, and it's going to be number 3, Juan Cruz Marcos. Takes it into the corner, overrides, and now to be Alario. Nice little turn here. He's going to be picked up now by Finn. Segunda. Finn on 1 goal, and a very special 1-goal player, him and Artemio. The 2 number 2s you're watching today are very strong on 1 goal. Alessia has an opportunity there, but good play there by Alessia. She had no play, really. She had to pull out. She would have fouled. So good thinking. But then on the melee play, gets picked up once again by Juan Cruz, and now they're looking for Sarah. Little short. Juan Cruz Marcos working this one out. He's got room to work. Juan Cruz. Oh, and Marcos is going to take that one from center field and work it all the way in and get his first goal of the day, making it 2-1. And it looked like that play was going to develop into a different play. It looked like they were looking for Sarah Siegel Magnus out in front. The ball didn't make it there. And a nice play by Finn Segunda to take out the man and give an open run to Juan Cruz Marcos. And trust me, when it comes to finishing goals, number 3 in the black, he's a very strong, high percentage goal shooter. So keep an eye on this young Polo star. He will definitely get it done. Ball won by Artemio. He gives it back to Alario. Figueres will work it down the far left side. Slams on the brakes there. Gets a little help from Artemio. Now double teaming Alario, and you'll see a lot of that today. I think they're going to keep an eye on him. He has been wow, nice little ride off here. But look at this, Alario. And there's that double team, as I told you. They're going to try to keep an eye on him, but good rotation and just wide to the left. But good read here by Quite on Z as the Figueres boys, Alario and Artemio, working well together. They pulled the double team onto Alario, and Artemio came through and took a shot at goal. That's going to finish our first Chukker of play, so we'll send all the players off. fresh, and we'll be back for our second chukker of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. All right, welcome back. All ready to go, and I love that. Every time you see these teams come out, they're always so well prepared. And when you get ready for the finals, now remember the Quedon Z team. They played in they played their first game. It was the fourth game of the tournament, and then their second game was the sixth game of the tournament, and then their third game was the eighth. So they were spread out a little bit. In 90210, they actually played and played their games. Their first game, they played the first one, and then they played two quick games. So they actually were 3-0 and have been resting for a while. And we haven't seen them on the field, while we have seen the Quedon Z team, and we were talking about that on the breakdown. Will that make a difference? Having the rest, will it work for them or will it work against? And the Quedon Z team, as I said, they had to win that shootout in the three-way tie with Amaro and Bentley Estates. All right, back to the action as we get rolling here in our second chukker, 2-1. And, you can see that ball just went off to the right side. You get the low flag. Remember also, if you're new to the game, our goal judge is there. In the neon, they'll wave that flag up high when the goal goes between the post. And remember, it must go between. It cannot go over. It can be as high as you like, but it must go in between those two posts, 8 yards, 24 feet. And they'll wave that flag low. If it goes wide, it looks like Ilario Figueres is going to go ahead and break loose here on the chestnut. Gets a piece of this one. It goes to the boards. Sarah's going to get in there. Now she's going to battle it out, and you'll get a whistle right there. Right when she spun around there, Sarah had to give one play to the number 3. The first play, she was okay when she got in there right here. Then she overrode right here on the hook. Now she's got to pull out when she made a little spin right there. But a nice aggressive play on Joao. And we will get a penalty 5A from the spot. It's going to be Ilario. Figueres. Ilario with the one-timer here, and it looks like he had tap right, then go back to the left, and Artemio comes back, picks that one up, and then he looked like he hit that ball up and down the field, and Roberto Zeta is going to jump on here. Now let's keep an eye on this little play right here. Is that ball, remember, it comes backwards, see, and then you got Ilario turning to the right. And even though you have Artemio in between, not enough space between the players there. And that's where it could be a little confusing. I think probably for Quedon Z there, they probably thought they had enough space as Artemio hit that ball back. Maybe thought his brother had time to make the turn. But a good read here by Roberto Zeta. If you're just joining us, welcome to CTV Sports. This is the finals of the Aspen Valley Cup 2024. And it's going to be Sarah Siegel-Magnus on the penalty shot. Sarah looking for goal number 2 and just off to the side on that penalty 3. Now, she had a penalty 3 in the first Chukker. She's also playing with Finn Segunda, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta, and then quite on Z in the white jerseys. Alessia Zeidler, Artemio Figueres, Joao Pedro Souza, and Alario Figueres. 7-goal team against an 8-goal team. It has been an exciting tournament. Back and forth here. Both teams kind of just figuring each other out. They are both high-scoring teams. And reset. Last time they played. Good pick up here by Alessia. Well done. Taking her time. Perfect hit. Keeping it moving. 3 in a row. Backed up cleanly, though, by Marcos looking for Zeta. That ball's going to go to the boards. Good ride off here by Ilario. He's going to push Roberto wide and come out of the box. Look at this. Look at the space that Ilario Figueres has created for himself. Nice pony right here. Ilario still working it down. And okay, golazo. Ilario Figueres as not just scoring the goal, but getting to that point. Wow, look at this. He just ran away from everybody and just kept it moving. Well done, Alessia. She was right there. Then she pulled out, and that gave an open path for number 4. And Ilario picks up his first goal of the day. Getting the equalizer, making it 2-2. As we get back to the center now, you know, they have all of our flags up there. The World Polo League flags, a number of different flags. That's one of our statements here. If you're new to the area, that is Lake Worth Road on the backside there, where those flags are blowing in the wind. As you can see, that wind is blowing from the northwest, and these fields run east and west. So we'll see if that has any outcome on the game. Good ride off here by Joao, and he's going to get a shot on goal. And yeah, that's a pretty finish right there by Souza. Watch this, big ball by Ilario. And look at how he pushes them all the way to the inside. Then that player tries to go to the inside on. He pushes them back to the inside, switches to the near side, the left side of the pony, and that's a sensational finish by Joao. Great polo there by Souza, taking the man. He actually, it was great to see how he pushed him wide left, and then I like the idea of 90210 trying to sneak to the inside, but Joao just pushed him the other way and then went for his near side shot. And there's a good shot of the Quite On Z team as they leave the field. Let's break down the last time they played. As I said earlier, it was the 6th game of the league, and it went back and forth. Actually, we started with the same handicap goal for Quite On Z. And they capitalized on that. They won the first Chukker, 1-0. Then it went back and forth. 2 goals were scored by 90210 and 2 by Quite On Z, which made it 3-2. 2 more goals were scored in the third for Quite On Z in their last game, and 1 by 90210. And they went into the half up 5-2. So they had a 3-goal lead at halftime. Then after the fourth, they had 1 unanswered goal, 90210, made it 5-4, and then it flipped, and they had 2 unanswered goals in the 5th, 90210, and they were winning 6-5, and then it went down and ended 8-7. So as I said, they had a little breakdown in the 5th Chukker, in the 4th and 5th in their last game, Quite On Z. So I'm sure they'll work on that and just change a few horses around, or just kind of get their game plan set up for this 90210 team. Okay, so our Mount official there, Ronnie Matthews, a little different setup here. You can see Sarah Siegel-Magnus, she was on the other side, and that's a different look on the bowl-in. And you will see different strategies used on the bowl-in, face-off in hockey, bowling, and polo. And, of course, it is a lottery. You never know. But it's going to be Quite On Z. Nice pickup here again by Joao. Now, turn to the left quickly by Juan Cruz. Working it down the field here. That ball's going to bounce off a pony. Still keeping it moving, though. Bit of a pack moving around in the middle of the field. Souza is going to get a ball here as it bounces off a pony again, and I think they might stop the play here just to make sure. We got a whistle on the play. Let's take a look at this one here as Joel turns the ball and then hits right there, and oh man, that hit Juan Cruz Marcos right in the numbers there. He's a tough, very tough player, so he's going to shake it off quickly. You always can remember Juan Cruz Marcos. He has the gray helmet with the gold band, yellow's gold. Very easy to remember when you watch him play. It looks like he's just going to go ahead and play right through it. You can see it's about 60 degrees out there today. Beautiful day in southern Florida. So you see everybody, a lot of the players are all wearing some long sleeves underneath their jerseys. And here we go. So 3-2. Everybody's still trying to get a breakaway. Great defense by both teams. Juan Cruz Marcos trying to stay out in front. And he gets hooked in there by Souza. Turned around and controlled by Artemio. He's been the goal scorer for this Quiet on Z team. Now Artemio back into the center. Very composed, looking for an open play. And look at this. He's got his brother, Lario, going forward. Override, picked up now. Backed up. Ooh, nice play by Lario. Spins around quickly to get in there to meet Sarah Siegel Magnus, and he met her cleanly. So a nice play. Now he'll control just about on center field. Still looking for that offensive attack. Turned back around and controlled now by Juan Cruz Marcos. He'll leave it for Zeta as they'll play the leapfrog. And they're one of the teams to do it at a high level. Now Juan Cruz on this inside right there, but Zeta says, I got it. He's going to work it down the right side. As they're looking for Sarah Siegel Magnus now, as they get into the corner, that ball pops back and turned around and controlled by Juan Cruz. Marcos is going to shoot this ball from about 80 yards out. He's got Sarah Siegel Magnus out in front. She's going to have to go, and that ball might go on its own. And wow, what a shot right here by Juan Cruz Marcos. That ball, easily 80. It might have been 100. Let's see where he's lined out here. Look at this shot. One shot on the ground. Yeah, about 80, 90 yards. And that ball just goes across by itself. It's like the Quiet on Z team trying to look for a foul there, thinking they were getting blocked, but it looked like they were clean there. Sergio Mendes was off to the side, and there goes your you can see your 30-second warning horn there. Ball still in the umpire's hand, so that will end our second Chukker play. So once again, we'll let both teams get organized, get on some fresh ponies, some fresh four-legged athletes, and we'll be right back. Stay with us for our third Chukker play. All right, 2024 Aspen Valley Cup Final, live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 5. And at the moment, 3-3. So, as I said, when these two teams played, it was pretty similar, right about where they're at right now. It was 3-2 in the last time they played, so they're right in par, and that's both teams kind of feeling each other out, trying to, work it out. See if the Quaidon Z team get Lesia out in front, pulling the team. She likes to get out there, and same thing with Sarah. But at the moment, both of our ladies, they're both rotating around and playing a lot of defense too. So both teams keeping an eye on that. And remember the shootout we had. The Amaro team, they were there. Well, Bentley Estates. We had Cable Magnus, Joaquin Belgray, Facundo Fresonet, and Geronimo Obregon. Geronimo was the shooter for that team in our shootout. And then we had Amaro Polo with Scott Sabaro, Nick Manifold, Chris Campson, and Esteban Matsu Hernandez, who filled in for Michael Armour. Michael played in the first game. And they had Chris Campson, and everybody made it through the first round. And then Ilario Figueres, number 4 here in the white jersey, he was the only one to make a 60-yard shot in our shootout. So that's how they earned the right to be here in the final. And as I said, congratulations, 90210. Just spectacular polo here for our first tournament of the season. And here we go, third Chukker action, a set of threes on the board. A little short there for Sarah, turned around by Artemio. Good defense and a whistle. So it looks like Finn came together there. And we'll see here, as you can see that ball coming down the field, gets turned right there, and then two players come together. And we'll see what they decide there. That ball looked like it was going up and down the field. And we'll see if Artemio had the opportunity to turn. So watch this ball. You're going to see this ball going down the field this way like this, like that. And then you're going to have Artemio going to bring the ball this way, and then you got Finn going like that. So they come together right there, and now Artemio, see, that's where you see where the foul, because if Artemio had the ball already turned, then it would go against the black, and there you go. So, or it can go the opposite way too. Now look at me like that, or you can see, as we showed you, how Artemio had that ball turned already. So on that play, the black player had to go near side to make a play. And so you get a penalty 5A in favor of Quaidon Z. Artemio Figueres, cleaned up by Zeta. Left there for Juan Cruz. And Marcos will turn it around. Nobody home, so he's going to keep this one to himself. Big ball by Juan Cruz Marcos. We're going to get Sarah Siegel Magnus out in front on the Bay Pony. She overrides. Ilario just jumps in, falls into the rumble seat. Nothing he could do there. And he'll turn it back around, and here we go. As they are turning the defense into offense quickly there on the turn. Everybody overrides. Now it's going to be Juan Cruz Marcos. He leaves it for Zeta. And it'll be Roberto. He's going to be shadowed by Artemio. Does Roberto have the horsepower? Look at this shot by Zeta. Wow, cleaned up on the doorstep by Artemio Figueres. Well done. And now they go into the boards, and they go sliding into the boards. Everybody coming together there. Sword fights in the corner, in the coffin corner. Now Juan Cruz Marcos gets in there. Lario's pushing, trying to get free. Now Lario will give one play. And Juan Cruz Marcos is going to leave it for Zeta. Zeta's going to have to play that ball, and he does. And that ball will roll out of bounds. But a nice series of plays there. A great shot by Zeta as that ball was going in. And sensational play there by number 2, Artemio Figueres. Now, you got to watch out there. Is Artemio going forward there. Juan Cruz trying to meet the play, but it looked like he got out there in time, so no blocking. Good non-call. You got to be careful of that. Now sword fights. They come together and whistle on the play. So, Artemio looked like Ilario turned that ball back around, and then a couple players dived in there on him. And it looks like they probably dived across the line. Is a quick line change here. As you watch, as Ilario, that ball's going back across the field. Now Ilario takes it backwards. He flips it, it's going this way, and they come across that way. So that's where you're going to get that right-of-way violation. Remember that quick line change? Big time. Hard for the players, hard for the umpires, but well called there by the mound officials and good positioning by the mound officials to get a good look at that. Sarah Siegel Magnus throws to the back shot, backed up clean by Finn. Everybody turning and burning. And Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz holding this one down, looking to work it down, trying to get by one player. He gets by Artemio. Now they switch. Artemio will switch on to Zeta. Zeta's going to sneak by him here. Now Roberto, did he hit it too far? And a whistle on the play. And that was kind of wild because let's keep an eye on this. Now you got Roberto here. Watch Roberto. He's going to be guarded by Artemio, number 4 in the black. He runs by, gets by him. But now this ball right here he hits, and then that ball, they're going to say, yeah, they're just blocking him there. You had Juan Cruz, but also Ilario there. So they said Ilario had to pull out of the play and give a little more room. Ilario not agreeing with they thinking that maybe with Juan Cruz maybe riding him off there. But it kind of looked like he had the opportunity to pull out as Juan Cruz went to the right. So you're going to get an open goal. Penalty 2, and looks like Sarah Siegel Magnus is going to pass the stick over to Juan Cruz Marcos, and Juan Cruz will pick up his 3rd goal of the day, 2 from the field, 1 from the penalty line, and you will see that on this 90210 team. They all hit, Sarah, Finn, Juan, and Roberto, and very similar with the Quedon Z team. Alessia, Artemio, Joao, and Ilario. They'll mix it up a little bit on the penalties. All right, 4-3. Once again, a very tight final. We have here a few open goals. We've had 3 or 4. So they're battling it out inside the 60. Turnaround on the ride off there by Joao and Juan. Now, Marcos looking for Finn on the outside. Hit a little too deep, and that's going to be picked up and covered by Ilario Figueres. Finn's going to go in there and rub Ilario. Ilario spins that one around, and then you get some contact there. And that's going to send us to our courtesy change. But I have a feeling they're going to talk about this ball as they go to the courtesy change. Let's take a look at this because this is a very quick change. Now, Ilario's right there. So, remember, he's going to go ahead and take this ball all the way out to the boards. And he flips it under the neck right there. And then he gets rubbed from behind. So, definitely they're going to talk about the contact. Remember, anytime you see 2 players come together. Now, remember I told you that we have the ability, we are using the triggers. And, of course, anytime you have contact such as that, or 2 4-legged athletes come together on a ride-off, could be any kind of ride-off, and the umpires are not 100%, they can send it to the studios here where we'll break it down and use every camera angle if needed. I don't think this is going to be a hard one for them to work out, but we'll wait for their call. Also, they can use the triggers. Remember, if the ball goes out of bounds or on the sideline, they can use the cameras to help them with that. They can also help them with a goal being scored, any unsportsmanlike conduct. They can go ahead and ask for the cameras. So, Ilario, he spun that ball perfect. He got rubbed behind the saddle, so it's going to be an uneven ride-off against the 90210 team. They'll bring the ball. Lario had turned that ball to his goal, so they're going to put the ball at center field, so he's got to gain about 20 yards. Here comes Figueres. Alario with the penalty 5B from the center. Along the ground, he almost picked up Joao, but good defense. Backed up nicely. Going to be Juan Cruz. Marcos with the stick. Stick man's going to get away from everybody. Wow, look at this little pony here. This Bay pony's going to keep Juan Cruz Marcos out in front. Can he get the finish here? Juan Cruz back to the center. Look for the near side shot. And Juan Cruz Marcos taking it solito by himself, getting his 4th goal of the day. And this little Bay pony, very, very strong, keeping him out in front here and going back right to left there. He stayed on his near side perfectly, too. Bad luck there for Joao Pedro as that goal, the goalpost was right in front of him there. So it was a tough play to make the hook as Juan Cruz Marcos stayed to the inside, but he really had no play. So that's going to make it 5-3 here. And that's going to be our largest lead of the day, but we have a lot of polo to play. It's going to be quite on Z to win the bowling. Joao will leave it for Lario. Lario's all by himself here. Now you get the rotation by Zeta, but no pressure. Lario puts it down the center. Nice pick up here. Look at this. It's going to be Juan Cruz once again, and he is getting a lot done on this little Bay pony. Nobody home on the pass, so Lario will take it, turn it, spin it, and control it. And now he'll have to use it. Lario takes his time, uses it well down the left side, looking for Artemio. Artemio takes it back to the inside. Nicely done. Now he's still going to keep it working. Sarah Siegel Magnus comes over. Under the neck with Artemio. And picked up and taken out by Juan Cruz again. Juan Cruz, once again, just hammering the ball right now. And he's got Sarah Siegel Magnus. She checks her shoulder one time. First run, goal breakaway for Sarah Siegel Magnus. Look at Leslie comes in there. Now it's going to be picked up by Finn. And look at that. Finn Segundo drops in behind and picks up the ball as Sarah Siegel Magnus was coming down the field here. They come together right there, and then she was coming from left to right. Finn was right in the right spot. Sarah jumps in behind them now, and then Finn goes offside, near side, and looked like they played the advantage there for Finn to take that ball in. A little bit dicey play there with Sarah and Alessia, and that'll end our first half of play. So they're going to end with 3 unanswered goals in the third Chukker, making it 6-3. 90210 taking their first lead. Let's check out the first half stats. 6-3, of course. Makes sense here. And this is very well done by the 90210 team. 12 shots, and they made half of them, so shooting well. You got to get a few more shots going here for the Quite On Z team. The knock-ins, there's your 6, because they missed the 6, of course, on their shots. Only 1 based on the other side. Throw-ins, Quite On Z winning 1. They're winning 2 more, but not too many more. Not a big deal. 90210, they got to work on that. 5 fouls. They want to keep it around that. Don't want to get too many more in the second half. And then they gave away those penalties right there. As you see, the 30s and those 40s. Those open goals can hurt you. Thank you guys for those halftime stats, as they are always interesting, as the numbers never lie. All right, we're going to let all the teams go to their tents and talk with their coaches and get ready. We'll take a little halftime break, and we'll be back for our second half of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup.
Becky Schmeitz. I play for Victory Polo. And I think for me, I was a rider first, and then I learned how to play polo. But what helped me the most was I really immersed myself into it. So my first year I started playing, I really just tried to play every chukker I could. I never turned down a chukker. I'm extremely hard to find a horse for because I'm very, very picky. And I've always thought that the horse really picks you as a person. What I love about Grand Champions is it allows me just to focus on polo. I am very challenged by the polo that I'm playing, and I have not just one coach out there, but everyone on the field is coaching me. The dynamic that you are on a different team every week is a really good mental strategy for learning the game, because every pro is different. Every pro has a different approach, a different style, and it makes you communicate. But I also feel like my polo's just gotten better. I would say most definitely what I love about the Santa Rita fields are that there's a lot of them and they're very safe. And so I don't have to navigate as much when I'm going to goal. And so then it just keeps me focused on myself, and I feel a little more confident playing. And it's a beautiful location, and the staff and team here is amazing.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and this is the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup Final, live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 5. 90210 in the black jerseys, Quite on Z in the white jerseys. If you're just joining us here for the second half, welcome. 6-3, started out 2-1. One goal given to Quite on Z on handicap. and 2 goals scored in the first Chukker. Sarasico Magnus with a penalty 3, and then Juan Cruz Marcos 2-1. After the second, one more goal by Juan Cruz, 2 goals by Quaidon Z to make it 3-3. Joao, Pedro Souza, and Hilario. And then 3 unanswered goals in the third Chukker. That's been the biggest change. 2 goals by Juan Cruz Marcos, a penalty 2, and 1 from the field, 1 by Finn Segunda, making it 6-3 on the unanswered goals. So if you just join us, we have Sarah Siegel Magnus, Finn Segunda, and Juan Cruz Marcos with Roberto Zeta. They're in the black jerseys. And 90210, Quiet on Z with Alessia Zeidler, playing number 1. Artemio Figueres, playing number 2. Joao Pedro Souza, playing the number 3. And Hilario Figueres playing the number 4. This is the final, our first final of the 2024 season. Of course, remember CTV Sports covering all the polo from 6 goals to 26 goals. So we'd like to welcome everybody to the 2024 season as we're just getting fired up here, getting it going as we work towards our 6th season of the World Polo League, 26-goal polo, the highest rated polo outside of Argentina, and then in the U.S. at 26 goals, and we're looking forward to that. But also we have the 6-goal, the 8-goal, the 12-goal, the 20-goal, and don't forget about all of our women's polo that we have. We have our women's league every Wednesday, and we'll work into a number of different tournaments with the PTF also. But here we go. It's all about the finals today here on Field 5. This ball is going to be the first ball rolled in, and it goes all the way through the gap. Oh, Roberto, he leaves it on the doorstep, and it looked like it's going to be taken out by Artemio, and wow, Artemio Figueres mounted up here as he is going to break loose on the Bay Pony, and Artemio back to the inside. Finn gets the angle there, and he'll clean it up, and here we go. This is what I've talked about. This 8-goal has been has gone to some high levels over the last 2 weeks we've been playing. 3 weeks they open it up sometimes, and it looks more, like I said, well, you get a whistle right there. It looks more like I said 16, 18 goal polo time. See that ball coming across the field at 45 degrees angles right there. Nobody changes it. The line's still going across the field there. And then you have one player coming in there, and you can see the number 4 following the right-of-way. So it did bounce off a pony there, but that didn't change. Quick line change did not change the line enough to give the right-of-way there to the white jersey. A little bit of a change, as it did hit off a horse, but still lesser angle going to the black jerseys. We have a tack time on the field. Procedure of the tack time, and our mounted officials, Gaston Dorniak and Roddy Matthews. Roddy Matthews from the UK, Gaston from Argentina. 2 of our top umpires that work with our crew of international umpires that'll be coming in for the rest of our season. As remember, we have the Metropolitan 6-goal that is started. We played our first game this week, and also getting ready to start the limited edition 12-goal, one of my favorite leagues. And of course, remember, join us for the women's polo, as we had a great group come out. And you can watch it on CTV Sports too. Also, Cale Newman announces that every Wednesday. And here we go. We got everybody back on the pony. A penalty 5A in favor of 90210. That ball gets stopped by Artemio Figueres, number 2, and picked up here again by Roberto Zeta. And then we get a whistle, as it looked like Joao Pedro was there. And let's see if we can see something here. That ball's rolling down the field. It gets picked up there. Stolen away by Artemio. Now he takes it across the center. And they come together here with Zeta. Roberto taking his time. And there goes for the hook there. And I wonder if they're going to call him for maybe a high hook as he went to hook that. Remember, the mallet head must be below the shoulder of the player. Now, in the arena, it's below the horse's rear end, below the mallet head, just because of a tighter field, smaller field. Sarah with the open goal penalty 3, and she gets a piece of that one, but that one goes off to the outside. And she has one penalty 3 today, so 1 for 3. That ball's going to be a dead ball play right there, so we're going to change up possession. So a cop on the pitch, and it'll be right there where the ball stopped on the penalty shot in favor quite on Z. So they'll get the change of possession, 5A, because 5A, but change more of a change of possession basically. Wow, these little pony right here drop its head and pin its ears back, and Ilario Figueres on the move, coming in from right to left. Sarah comes in, and Juan Cruz Marcos now on the gray pony. And, man, they've mounted themselves up for the fourth Chukker here. A lot of players like to play their top horses in the fourth Chukker. And remember, with the courtesy change, then they have time to bring them back if they need them to play them in either the end of the fifth or the sixth Chukker. But right now, we have seen some top horses. We will be picking an MVP and a best playing pony today. So Sarah Siegel-Magnon is on the move. Sarah. Nice pick up here, Sarah's keeping it on the offside. Now she overrides. He gets turned around and collected, and it'll be Ilario. Ilario taking it all the way to the inside. Has a little trouble there. Sarah putting the pressure on him. Ilario gets through the hook. Now they all come together there, and it's going to be Roberto. Zeta, as everybody was at a standstill, and that ball got to pop down, and then Zeta takes it down there and puts this one in the goal. Let's see, they all go around here, and it looked like he just popped that ball out, and they got caught there, hitting Sarah and Ilario, and Roberto was just in a good spot. So broken play, and that'll make it 7-3. So 90210, keeping it going here. 4 in a row. Quite on Z needs to get back on track on where they usually are. They're waiting for Leslie coming up front. And Sarah. Sarah looks like she's just going to go downfield here. So they're changing up their strategy a little bit, the 90210 team, by keeping Sarah going forward. But she, like I said, she still likes to rotate now. Round and round they go here. And Ilario will have to use it, and he does. So he uses it down the right side, looking for Joao. Joao doesn't get the shot he wants there as it comes off a pony, loose ball play, and I think it's going to be a buried ball. As you can see, half of the ball there. So buried ball on the play, and they're going to go to a courtesy change here. And when they come back, I think you're probably going to see a bowling, I believe, from the center of the board. We'll see what amount of officials decide there, but it looked like you could only see half of the ball. So that does go to our end. Quick, very quick first half of the fourth Chukker there. Remember, 6 Chukkers of Polo. And, of course, Polo School, looking to play. I know we've had a lot of people already out for the Polo School. And remember this WCT finals, we're going to have that with several PTF junior tournaments. I always have a lot of fun with that, with the PTF. And Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club, Melissa Ganzi, it's a big part of what we do here. We love working with the PTF. And, of course, the World Polo League Pride. We'll have that. That'll be right around March and April. Remember, get the app so you can keep a track of all these. As some of the tournaments will be scheduled at different dates. Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails. I talked about that the other days, where we have a lot of our beginners play. You'll see a lot of if you play in the Polo school, you can have the opportunity to play in Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails, which is run usually on a Monday or Tuesday in the evening on the sunset. And they play on Field 2 at the beautiful Grand Champions Polo Club right here. This is Field 5, so right over next to this field. And they always have a cocktail, a special cocktail mix blend you can call. They put together for every tournament, and you never know who's going to show up to that. You might see a lot of players from the World Polo League show up. So it can be a lot of fun for the players, but it's for fun. A lot of fun. All right, here we go. We got everybody back on top after the jersey change. Roberto Zeta working it into the corner. He's going to get taken into the corner by Joao. And now Zeta just keeps working it around and around. He gets it all the way down in front. And it's going to be Finn. He overrides. Then he changes. It goes to the near side back shot. And that ball gets stuck in there. Now everybody working hard. Alessia get back in there. You playing goalie. And good D here by Quedon Z. So Lario slows it down, sends everybody forward. They have Alessia out in front here. See if they use her, but it gets turned around again here. And Zeta getting a lot done on this little bay pony. So Roberto, that ball gets shot on goal, but it's going to go just wide. So just wide to the near post. But once again, the 90210 team getting those shots. You saw on the stats that they tremendous amount of shots in the first 12 shots in the first half, and they made 50% of them. So that's not too bad. And on the other side, you only had the 3 shots really by the 4 shots. Now let's see what happens here. This ball gets hit to the right side, a big ball to the right side. Roberto's going to get in front, go for the back shot, keeps it on the boards there. That ball's coming down the boards. And now they come together. He gets turned around, and you get a ride-off, and then you get a whistle on the play. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and drop that ball from the spot, and it is going to go in favor of the 90210 team. And they, Zeta are going to get a one-timer here. Let's see what Roberto goes. Goes for the penalty. Wow, well done. Nicely hit ball here from about 80 yards out, just outside the 60. And looking for Juan Cruz Marcos. And it looked like Mallett's in the air there. So was it hit out by the defending team or the offensive team? And it looks like it is. So we will have a knock-in. So good defense once again here by Quedon Z. But again, 90210 keeping the pressure on. Let's see if Quedon Z can get back, get a few goals going here, get their offensive attack moving. Now they're going to send Alario forward. Looks like they've gone to a little bit of a change here, as Alario was taking the knock-ins. Now Joao, Pedro, Souza's taking it. They rotate around, and it will be Alario. Alario works it forward here, looking for Artemio. And they are definitely decided to queue up on Artemio a little more today in this game with 90210, because Artemio, he has been a force to be reckoned with in this tournament, and they've been keeping him kind of held up here. Now Alario running the turn. He's going to get out in front of everybody. Alario, can he take it all the way? And yes, he does. So they'll work that one down. And a coast-to-coast like butter on toast. I mean, it took them a little longer, but they was coast-to-coast. They did start with a knock-in. It started with the number 4 here. And great stick work. Lario taking that ball out of the air 3 times and then getting the finish. That'll be Hilario's second goal of the day. More importantly, getting them going again, as they had not scored any goals. So they'll get one back here, 7-4, as we prepare for the fifth Chukker. And nice shot there of the Croydon Z team as they leave the field. So get ready. We'll be back for our fifth Chukker play. All right, welcome back as we get ready for our fifth Chukker play. Now, remember, looks like we ended on a goal there by Hilario. So we got all 8 players back. Remember last year, Loudmouth bringing home the win, and it was actually the same team, same 4 players that played for Amaro this year with Chris Campson, Scott Sabaro, Nick Manifold, and Michael Armour. So, but this year, 90210 or quite on Z and Hilario. Well done, Hilario. And he finishes it off himself. And wow, he comes out of the banks there. And this little gray pony has a lot of speed, a lot of foot, as we say. I love another one pins its ears back. And look at this. And I love this. Hilario gets back in there, did not give up on it, and then gets the finish there. Great second effort and a nice shot by Hilario. Now Hilario turning it up, and perfect time. Now 2-goal difference. Mixing it up a little bit now as they put Zeidler in the middle. She'll switch around. Now she's playing in the middle again of the bowling. Now it gets taken back, and it's going to be picked up here by Roberto as that ball comes back down the center. Turn around and controlled again by Hilario. A little bit of a mix-up. Joao does a good job keeping everybody away. That gives time for Figueres to work this one back to the outside. He'll get shadowed. And I like the little stop and bump and run here now. Can he get out in front? Yeah, and he's going to get it done here now. Who's got the foot race here? And look at this. Hilario, he slams on the brakes here. Hilario spins it around. Nice little play here. He's going to find, look at this, Souza, and he's got room to work. He checked his shoulder one time all by himself. And well done. Look at this. Power Polo by Quite on Z. And Hilario Figueres is getting a lot done on the little gray pony here, as she has done a phenomenal job. But this give and go here is just perfect. And that'll be Joao's second goal. And look at this, 7-6. We have a Polo match. Finals. 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. Going to stop the clock 5:36. They're going to go ahead and stop here for a moment. You just had to remember everything being covered from 6 to 26 goals here at CTV Sports. We'll have a timeout for the horses. And the entire winter season will be live streamed locally here and worldwide on Wellington-based CTV Sports. And so I hope you're enjoying that. Of course, the Grand Champions Polo Club, the only USPA club live streaming all of its tournaments, covering all the polo. And it's very important to us here at CTV Sports and, of course, the Grand Champions Polo Club and the Aspen Valley Polo Club, as to give respect to all levels of the game of polo. And we pride ourselves with that. Looks like we got everything taken care of there with one of the four-legged athletes. So we can have a timeout for either. You can have a timeout for the four-legged athlete or the two-legged athlete. And in this case, they got everything organized. Have a little melee play there back and forth, and then we get a whistle. Let's see, the ball pops out here. Jean gets backed up there by Zeta across the field, and then right there, you see how one of the white jerseys came across in front of the black jerseys, and they're going to take this ball as they were right at center and going forward there. So this is a big move. This is the one where I tell you need to watch out a little bit, just because based on this is the ball that usually gets moved from the center to the 60. You remember the polo field 300 by 160 yards. So they bring that ball down to the 60, 150 yards from the center. So 90 yards, big move. And this will be the first opportunity of the day for Roberto Zeta and the 90210 team from the 60-yard mark. Penalty 4. Here comes Roberto. So Zeta on the ground and blocked by Quite on Z. Joao takes his time there, waits for everybody to clear out. And it'll be Ilario again. Ilario picking it up, slowing down, goes between his horse's legs, underneath the pony there. Good job there by Joao to grab a hold of that right-of-way there. Planted himself right in the right spot so that Robert had to pull out of that play. Now they go across the field, and the two young guns, Artemio and Finn, work it down the far side. Little battle going on there. Those two young players today, both of them been working very hard in the front. Once again, Ilario, and like I just said, he's touched a lot of balls on this little gray pony. Slows it up here now. Now he'll have to use it, and he's used that play a number of times today. It's working very well for him. Good ride off here by both players, but it's going to be Souza to win the ride off. Now, that one. Ooh, almost got a little bit of a divot there, but they pulled it out perfectly. And turned around now by Zeta. Oh, get a little steal here. Ilario, can he keep it moving? Good ride off, boy. They're working hard right there on the boards. Keep your head on a swivel, of course, if you're at the game today. Remember, that ball sometimes will fly out of the field, as it does in baseball, on a foul pitch or a home run. Keep your eyes on the game and your head on the swivel if you do come to live games. We have a good crowd out there today. Big ball by Roberto Zeta. As that ball is going to go down into the coffin corner, Sarah Siegel Maggie is going to leave that ball now for Zeta, and that ball is going to carry just a little too far. And it looks like the wind has kind of changed there. Looks like it's blowing right to the south now, which means it's going to be blowing across this field. Remember, the players are riding west at the moment. This field goes east and west. Trailers are sitting at the far west end of Field 5. And so the crosswind can be a little difficult, but you're definitely not getting an advantage as We're playing in Santa Rita Polo Farmers. We played a lot of games there in the Aspen Valley Cup. Those fields run north and south, so you would get an advantage running towards that south goal. Good shot here of Fitzaguna as he's going to go change horses here. Give you an idea on how quickly they can do it. And like his father there. And it looked like his grandfather was there too. And Max, of course, his father, and then Julian, grandfather, 9 goals in his prime. I used to play a lot against his grandfather and then look at it, his grandfather. He's in there. He's got the dog next to him. He says, "Come on, man, get coaching his grandson." Always love that. Big part of the game of polo, the generations of players. And it's nice to see that. Of course, also his father, Max, 4-5 goal player in his time. And so a lot of polo knowledge right there. So give him a little. His grandfather was a very fast running, gunning player, Julian, and his father Max Hugh also, great horseman. So he's got some great bloodlines there. And then of course here as they come out, you got the Figueres boys. So love watching the two brothers play, Ilario and Artemio. They also play at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. A lot also they come play in the snow polo, the St. Regis World Snow Polo Championships in Aspen, Colorado. And also their sisters and their mom and dads, the Figueres family. Haven't seen Joao play as much. Souza, but I'm really enjoying that. And of course, Leslie loves her polo, man. She's been playing a lot of polo here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Try to get her to come and play a little more as she has been to Aspen. Sarah Siegel Magnus playing in both places also. She plays in Aspen at times also and down here. Gets her polo in, loves her polo. With, of course, we're talking about Finn and Juan Cruz Marcos. Kaku's has really done well, watching him go from like 1 to 3 goals. And, of course, Zed is just a very strong captain. All right, we got everybody back on their ponies after the courtesy change. This has turned into a very tight match. Quaiton Z has controlled the 5th Chukker. Let's see if they can keep it going here. It looks like Lara's going to... He's going to change up here onto a different gray. Oh, and that ball bounces off the back of his. I don't know if it hit him in the head or if it hit him on the back. But watch this. Ilario right here on the gray. Watch. Right now it's going to come on right here. Right there. Ooh. It did hit him in the back of the head. So we'll make sure he's okay. Remember, the Casablanca helmet is a very strong helmet. And for a number of reasons, safety, not just design and fashion at a high level, but the ability to give the highest levels of safety to the players and rollover proof. And remember, all players must be with a certified helmet these days. So it looks like Ilario's okay, and that is a great sign as just fair play bowling here, as just there's bad luck, but it's good to see that he's okay. All right, that ball will go back to 90210. Zeta gets it moving down. He's going to find Marcos. Marcos drops it again for Roberto. And he's got room to shoot here, and that should be an easy goal for Roberto. And this is just good teamwork here. Little dynamic duo play by number 3 and number 4. Starts out with Roberto on the fair play bowling. He finds Kaku. Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz just holds it, drops it to Zeta. Zeta and Roberto just from a standstill waited for everybody to clear. Nice little pop shot, and Roberto gets his second goal today. So back up by 2, 8-6 here as we click down under 2 minutes in our fifth chukker. See if Quite On Z can keep it going where they started out, as they were on fire to start out that fifth chukker. Once again, back to Figueres. Number 4 here. Picked up by the number 3. Marcos going to go around the horn here. Staying on the near side, goes back to the offside, misses the tail shot. But, oh, well done, Joao. And he's always in the right place at the right time as he makes a brilliant hook there, and he gives it back to Ilario. Ilario cuts him in half, now leaves it for Artemio. Artemio's going to work it in. Good D. And that ball, again, will roll just wide. So it looked like Quite On Z had an opportunity, but 90210 comes up with a good defensive play there, and they'll pick up the knock-in, and we're going to click down under a minute now on our fifth chukker. On the knock-in, number 4 to number 3. Backed up by Ilario, stolen away by Artemio. Nobody home. It's okay. He's got Joao going forward here. Can he close the gap? And yes, he is going to close the gap. And remember, this is a timing play. Very easy to see that Artemio, number 2 here, he hits the ball down the field. Now watch the black jersey come from left to right. Now count the steps. Back shot, 1.5. And that is way too close. So they are going to get the open goal here. And this is going to work in favor. So good job here by Artemio to open that little pony up. And remember, closing the window, closing the space between the two players. Looks like his big brother, Ilario Figueres, is going to go ahead and do the honors here for the open goal. Opportunity to get be down by 1. And there you go. Get the high flag on the penalty 2 by Ilario Figueres, and that'll be goal number 4 for Ilario. We go back to the center. Do they have time for another bowl in? We will see as you see the clock over there, and I think now they're going to run out of time as that was actually inside the 30 the seconds. So there you go, 8-7, 1 chukker left. You don't want to miss our 6th and final chukker. Who will take home the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup? Okay, the wind has changed directions a little bit more, and you can see those flags. They almost look like they're blowing directly to the east now. So we know we're getting a little bit of a northeast, but if they are blowing a little more to the east, then running towards that east goal, and that would be, of course, to the left on your screen. That would be, and then, of course, the west on side. Right now, the Quite On Z team lined up on the east side of the center line, and 90210 lined up on the west side. But it picked up, and then I'll tell you what, and when it's peaking like that, big difference hitting those penalties. And it's almost amazing sometimes when the wind starts gusting 15 to 20, when you're running with the wind, it's almost like you're in slow motion. When you're running against the wind, it's like they put it in hyper speed when you're just rolling down the field. And all players are wearing goggles for safety, so that helps out. You don't have to worry about your eyes pooling, crying. But look at this, out the back door. This is what we saw in the fifth. Chukker, Ilario, pick up the ball out of the back and make a run, but covered better this time by 90210 and Zeta. In the corner, turned around and controlled, and left there now for Zeta. So, Marcos, Juan Cruz, working it down the far side, getting a little rub there from Artempio. Now the give and go. And it's going to work. Well done. Number 3 to number 4. Good pick up here by Zeta. Out of the air. Once, twice. Everybody overrides. And left there. Who will spin quickly? It looks like Juan Cruz. And you get a whistle on the play there. And they looked like they were kind of came together. Watch, they come together. And I don't know if you got where that ball was, but yeah. It's kind of like you're not 100% over that ball. It kind of reached under there, hit that ball. So that's going to go in favor of the white jerseys, Quite On Z. And they'll have the penalty 5A from the spot. And a little chat, little teamwork. Remember, we are going to go to a little break after this game, and then we'll be back for our trophy presentation. So if you'd like to see the players up close and personal and check out who wins the Best Playing Pony Award and the MVP, you can stay tuned, stay with us here on CTV Sports. Here we go. Penalty 5A. They don't get much yardage out of that one, but they will get the ball back. So staying composed there. It looked like they were talking out a set play. Now the wind has changed direction one more time. If you see the flags, now it looks like they're blowing directly to the south. So it's swirling out there. The wind is swirling. Alessia tries to get a piece of it there, but she did a good job. She keeps it moving, and that's going to give it up to Ilario, and then we get a reaching call. So, watch them come together here. There's Ilario. That ball goes from left to right. Now they ride each other off. The ball right on the right side. And you see the mallet come out there. So Ilario just needs to push him over a little bit more. And Juan Cruz Marcos on the chestnut mare. Okay. From the spot, 5A from about 80 to 100, Zeta. Ooh, a little Baymare said, I want to run. So he just went ahead and regrouped there. I thought he might hit that ball, but he might decide not to. Now they spin around here. And look like Ilario had his head down. Let's see what happens here. Look like Zeta's going to run to right. The ball's going up and down the field. And he turns around there, and then you had Juan Cruz following the ball there. So we're going to take a look at this one once again. And it looks like we have a timeout for Roberto Zeta, so it looks like we're going to let's take a look at this one. And that ball bounces off the pony and is actually going up and down the field like that. and then you have some man spinning around. So let's check it one more time, guys, just to make sure that they get around in time here. Why we do have a timeout for Roberto Zeta. So we'll play that back one more time, take a look at her, make sure Roberto's all right. We have our medics on the field. And I'm not sure what happened to Roberto there as the ball did spin around, but let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. So we'll play that one back. Okay, here you go. Keep an eye on this ball once again as it's coming. Now you want to keep an eye on right here because that's where Juan Cruz is. And then you got right there, of course, you got Ilario. That ball at the moment coming like this. Now the ball comes right down the field here. Now here comes Juan Cruz. And you're going to have him turn in front. So calling the field, I believe, it looked good there, is Juan Cruz. You have Ilario turning to the right. We'll see what they decide on the field. Yeah, so you got foul. Looked like there'll be a foul against the white as he had to turn around. Juan Cruz jumping on the right of way there. And making sure that, I don't know if you can play it back. Maybe we could take a look and see what maybe would happen to Roberto as he went off to the side. We were keeping an eye on the play with Ilario and Juan Cruz. Yeah, we'll take a look at this. Yeah, I mean, on the see is can be injured. Okay, keep an eye here. Let's keep an eye on right here. Okay, and we're gonna go slow mo here. And that ball is just going straight down the line here, and he's gonna take one shot as Ilario just staying out there. And I think he goes for the goal shot here, but keep an eye on his mouth. See if his mouth doesn't come up underneath his horse's neck. Right here. Oh, right there. And that's right where I think he gets us. Keep an eye on him now. Let's keep an eye on Robert as he goes off to the side here. And I think he might have gotten hit. Yeah. And run that back there one more time and look at that once again. I want to watch you angle that ball again here as we got time. That mouth did come up here. We were talking about, okay, that ball's actually moving. Oh, that ball's actually moving, and that's that's going to be. We're going to have to go back on that play there. We call him back here. Like we slow mo that down. Now I think I might have to go the other way on this call here. We're going to look at that line again. We have time on that, and they're going to trigger. They gave us a trigger on that, but that ball looks like it goes across the field a little more. So let's take a look at that one more time, guys. This is the big play in the game here. But that ball might have dropped towards Ilario a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna check them out, and we'll go to commercial break, and we'll be right back. So stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Becky Schmeitz. I play for Victory Polo. And I think for me, I was a rider first, and then I learned how to play polo. But what helped me the most was I really immersed myself into it. So my first year I started playing, I really just tried to play every chukker I could. I never turned down a chukker. I'm extremely hard to find a horse for because I'm very, very picky. And I've always thought that the horse really picks you as a person. What I love about Grand Champions is it allows me just to focus on polo. I am very challenged by the polo that I'm playing, and I have not just one coach out there, but everyone on the field is coaching me. The dynamic that you are on a different team every week is a really good mental strategy for learning the game, because every pro is different. Every pro has a different approach, a different style, and it
All right, welcome back, everybody, and I want to make sure Roberto Zeta's right. We had a great opportunity to look at that play again, though, and great job right here by our CTV Sports crew, our engineers here, and that ball actually was lesser angle for the white jerseys. It was on Alario, so no foul on the play, and then very happy to see Roberto Zetas back on the horse, so they're going to go to a bowl in there. So we went ahead and checked that one out. Great trigger from the umpires, and we're going to stay at 8-7 here. And away we go. Everybody back on top. Everyone playing. Anybody's match at this moment, 8-7. Alessia, nice pick up here by Zeidler. She pushes that one to the inside. Now they come together with Artemio. Artemio now trying to work it downfield, keeping it out in front here, going back from right to left with the near side play. Look for the finish. And yes, as Artemio Figueres, as he's going to get his first goal of the day. As I said, they've been keying on number 2. But look at this near side play. Once, twice, 3 times my lady with the open back shot. And I love the thought process there. 2 times and then waited on it, composed, will let the player clear out, then he hit the back shot, not to hit the horse that was running through the goal. Great play by the young player. All right, here we go. 8-8. We got a ball game going on here on field 5. What a great final. Picked up and won by Alario. Artemio now. Turned around by Roberto. They had just bad luck there. Now they come together. Everybody at a standstill, letting them play there. The one play they cleared out, the other play everyone's standing still, and they're going to keep them rolling. Now it's going to be Juan Cruz. Taking forward here, Roberto Zeta. Oh, Zeta on the bay. And a whistle on the play, and we will get a penalty called here as they come here as Zeta trying to get over. And they come across, get the hook. And we are going to have a cross hook called. So they'll take that ball down to the, well, we'll see if they had any players open or not. That'll change the play. Looks like they're going to use the courtesy change here. So we'll have our final courtesy change of the day. And as they were going from horse to, they were going from player to player. And one player trying to get over and almost got over. Lario to go for the hook. And Zeta getting by on the bay. Looks like the open goal penalty is going to be hit by Juan Cruz Marcos. Gaku's going to do the honors here. He hit the last one. He had a penalty 2 in the third chukker. And let's see if they keep the stick with him. Looks like Roberto there. He's got his chin bandaged up. I said that mallet You know, remember those cane mouths, they will bend. Here comes Marcos. Ooh. Off to the side. So bad luck there for Juan Cruz. And Qui-Don Z will dodge a bullet there on the penalty 3. And that'll we'll have a little time out here as we wait for one of the players get back on the field. But huge opportunity there for 902-0. A little bad luck off the post, off to the outside. And they'll line them back up, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and use Sosa to do the honors here. They're going to put Lario back on the field. Now, Lario bounces off his pony across the field, picked up now by Juan Cruz, taken out, and now picked up by Figueres. Now, Lario, he gets ridden off by Finn. They slow it down. Back to the inside, and they're going to run down the far side of the field here. Everybody marked up well. 2:30 on the clock. Picked up again by Lario, trying to sneak out. Everybody trying to make a hook there. Backed up hard by Juan Cruz. And they go forward to Leslie to get a piece of it. And she does, nicely backed. That ball comes across the center of the field. Everybody fighting for the ball. Mallets in the air. They're going to let him play, though, and it's going to be Artemio. Not Figueres. He gets picked up. Both teams so strong on defense right now. Everyone's trying to get free. And finally a loose play, and it might be Juan Cruz Marcos to get out of there, but then he gets ridden off. So, cluster on the far side. Finally, they leave this one for Roberto. And Zeta's going to go ahead and put one down the center, looking for Juan Cruz Marcos. And looks like he's got Roberto Zeta coming through here. Roberto Zeta and Roberto. And I think a whistle on the play, so that'll stop the clock. So let's see here. Juan Cruz, and right here you can see Zeta right there came in front of Joao Pedro on the right-of-way violation. Remember, 8-goal Polo, very consistent. The umpires have been calling that distance play. Zeta was coming out of there pretty fast, but it looked like they're pretty keeping that window, that distance tight. So from the spot, penalty 5A. Time ticking down here. Will we see our second overtime chukker of 2024? We had one earlier in this tournament. Or will one of these teams score a goal here, as they've been a tight second half? Very, very close. Like I said, you can throw a blanket over 4 or 5 or 6 players at a time as they've been clustered. Now it's going to be Juan Cruz trying to sneak away here. Keeping it in behind Artemio. Juan Cruz. He gets right. And let's see. We got the horsepower. Who's going to get there? But it's going to be Sosa. He gets it. He opens it up. Bounces it off a pony. Back to the inside. Artemio. And will you get a breakaway here? Backed up cleanly. Loose ball play. Turned around now by number 3. Marcos. And they'll leave it for Roberto. Zeta kind of working it in the corner here. They're in the 30 seconds now. And a whistle on the play. They'll play this out. Remember, this is the final 30 seconds. So they drop that ball down, and it looks like it may be Roberto Zeta trying to sneak by everybody. Roberto Zeta. Roberto takes it in. Right in front of goal, look for the back shot, and I believe they're going to run out of time here. And yes, they are. So we are going to 7 chukkers, sudden death overtime here in the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. Wow, man. I can't figure a better way to do it. To tell you the truth, these teams are so perfectly matched, but we will see. So now, remember, when we return, it will be a bit of an advantage here for 90210 as they're right inside the 30-yard line when the time ran out. So stay with us as we're going to get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll start this up as soon as both teams are ready to go. Sudden death overtime in the Aspen Valley Cup Finals.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
I think the fact that we can practice in the league here is absolutely incredible. It's really difficult for us to find fields and sort of facilities for the girls to participate in. So the fact that we have this league is amazing, and for the younger generation to keep improving and give us a chance to train and get better is absolutely brilliant.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before, and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo, but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Okay, everybody, 7 Chukker. Remember, in polo, sudden death. So first team to score will take home the cup. And if they need to play another Chukker. Now, we did have an overtime Chukker in our third game of the Aspen Valley Cup, Bentley Estates against the Polo School. It was 7-7 at the end, and it ended up being 8-7 with a goal from Facundo Frezinet. Scored the winning goal for Bentley Estates. They had Cable Magnus, Geronimo Obregon, and Joaquin Vilgray, and they played against the Polo School with Govinda Kish, Leo Mendenbaum, Jason Crowder, and Benji Daniels. That was a very close walk. It goes into overtime. They're close, but this is, like I said, a bit of an advantage here for the team in the black. It looks like they're going to be, I think, right around 30 yards. And here we go. Ball possession is big right now. Turned around by Juan Cruz Marcos. Right around the 30-yard line. Juan Cruz. They all come together. Juan Cruz, and he's going to fire that ball through. And I believe we'll see if they decide to drop one. You might get a blocking foul here. Let's see. They come together. And yeah, right there, you got it. You got it. I mean, you got one black player holding everybody in there. So penalty 5 from the spot. Good call by the mountain officials. Remember, if they need to look at something here at the end, we will go ahead. That ball is going straight down the middle of the field. And unless it need to stay on the left side there on the near side. So we'll get another right-of-way violation. You see that ball going straight down the center there. And let's see, come from right to left there. Just need to go near side. It should be okay. She was out in front far enough. That's going to drop that ball about 100 yards out. So, Roberto. Do you go for the big ball? Do you work it in? I don't know. We'll have to see. A number of plays here that this team has. Roberto going for the one-timer, and that ball's got eyes all day long. And, whoa, backed out of there by Artemio. Man, well hit ball by Zeta. Picked up by Artemio. And look at this. We got a foot race, and here we go as Ilario on the move. That ball going to the far side. Look for the deep next shot. And, wow, coast to coast like butter on toast by Ilario Figueres. And, whoa, man, unbelievable play here by Ilario. And this little gray pony gets them out in front, and off to the races they go. And that is a brilliant finish. You cannot get any better of a finish there. That is the hardest shot in polo, and just unbelievable polo game. Congratulations to both teams. Just a fabulous goal by Ilario. And the breakaway play, give it up. I got to give it up to Artemio because Artemio actually saved that ball on the doorstep. So great job. But well done, Alessia Zeidler and the Quedon Z team with Artemio Figueres, Joao Pedro Souza, and Ilario Figueres getting the winning goal there. And on the other side, 902-0, Sarah Siegelmanis, Finn Segunda, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta. Let's look at our final match stats here. 9-8, and well, that's 902-0. They if you break it down now, better shooting percentages from the Quedon Z team. 19 shots, but only 8 goals out of it. And look at that, 10 shots, and they had 9. So very, very high percentage shooting by Quedon Z. Knock-ins, and that's where you got the misses. Look at 11, only 2 by for 902-0 means that Quedon Z only missed a goal a couple times, and 902-0 missed the goal 11 times. Throw-ins back and forth, 50-50 there, 9 and 8. Fouls committed, the same, 9, and that's not too bad. Keeping it right around 8 or 9 is usually is good. And then the penalty shot scored. Yeah, it wasn't a battle. There were some misses. As 902-10, they missed a few, but great stats there, guys. I want the perfect look. Kind of breaks the game down there for you. And, well, congratulations. First tournament of the 2024 season, the Aspen Valley Cup, will go to Quedon Z. So we're going to go ahead and go to a little break here. As you can see, the whole Figueres family there. As I was talking about Ilario and Artemio, well, that's their mom and their sisters right there that they also play. And I believe their dad's down there also. So great job. And we'll go ahead and let them get organized. And when we return, we will be at the trophy presentation, which they'll be having. They'll be getting organized down on the field there. So stay with us. Get a little snack. We'll be back for the trophy presentation. Here's the just a nice goal right here. Some plays of the game. Different plays that we got to witness all day today as these two. Okay, welcome back, everybody. As we have both of our teams on the trophy presentation stand there, and I want to thank Delphina Blecker. Thank you, Delphi, for helping us out with our trophy presentation today. And what a game, I must say, 902-0, Sarah Siegel Magnus, Finn Segunda, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta, 3-0 in the tournament. It was unbelievable. If we could get Delphina to come on over in the center there, Delphi, if we could come on over and we'll get some help. Thank you, Delphina. Of course, Delphina, the mother of Artemio and Ilario, and of course, wife of Nacho Figueres. And but let's start. We got with our runners up. Sarah, you know what? You still stayed high scorer in the tournament. Please put your hands together for Sarah Siegel Magnus, playing the number one. She was the high scorer in the tournament, playing offense, defense, unbelievable tournament. Just got edged out here in overtime, but well done, Sarah. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch you play this season. And, of course, the whole team and Delphi helping us out there with their prizes. And, of course, we have Finn Segunda, the number 2, and then Juan Cruz Marcos, playing number 3, and Roberto Zeta. And Roberto, I hope you're feeling all right there, buddy. I know you had your chin together, 90210. What a team. But, of course, the winners of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. And you guys want to go on? You want to step down? Okay, okay. We're going to say goodbye to 90210. Well done, guys. We'll keep Delphi up there, Delphina. And winners of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup, quite on Z. Come on, Leslie Zeidler, get up here. Amazing job. That's going to be our first run. They got them lined up. That Joao right there, Pedro Souza. And come on, Leslie, come on over. Yeah, ladies first as always. Congratulations to Leslie Zeidler. And now for her sons, Artemio Figueres. Well done, Artemio. Amazing tournament he had. And, of course, Ilario Figueres. Ilario, well done. Captaining the team. But congratulations to the Quite on Z team. Now, we have a few more awards here. Delphina, stay up there. Yeah. Now, remember, we'll do our best playing pony afterward. Let's do our MVP right now. The MVP for the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup goes to number 4, Ilario Figueres. Congratulations, Ilario, with 5 goals on the day and scoring the winning goal. And it's a great shot with him and his mother there. Delphina Blecker, thank you, Delphi, so much for help. And now let's go with our best playing pony. And this little pony here is Helmut Newton. And Newton, she was a Helmut Newton, and she was played in the 5th Chukker by Ilario. And Ilario played a couple grades today, and they were both truly amazing. And he played her in the beginning here, and she was fire. He scored 2 goals in the 5th Chukker. They were phenomenal. And got done. She said, "I'm ready to go home." And they'll get her ready. She's get her best playing blanket on here, and we'll get a good shot here of our best playing pony for the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. Thank you, Patricio. And now we'll get a good shot there here with Ilario and his trainers and Helmut Newton. Very, very strong. She played amazing for you, Ilario, today. Both your grades were unbelievable today. You could package them up. They were awesome. And you can see how the wind's blowing. And once again, another good shot there. Once again, I want to thank Delphina, thank you so much for helping us out with the trophy presentation. And, of course, once again, we'll get a good shot here. The winners of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup, Quite on Z, winning in overtime. So we'll get everybody in there. You get a great shot with them. So put your hands together, everybody, for it. Delphina, get in there. There you go. Get a great shot. Well done. What a team. You guys earned it in the shootout, Ilario. And then just team effort is a team effort all day long. Leslie, well done putting your team together. And we're going to see a lot more of this Quite on Z team. as they are also playing in the 12 goals, so they're going to step it up. And but amazing tournament. I want to thank 90210 once again, Sarah Siegel Madness, Finn Segundo, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta. An amazing tournament. But of course, Quedonzi will be our champion. Now remember, we're covering everything from 6 to 26 goals here on CTV Sports, so make sure you join us for the 2024 season here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everybody at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And when you see a final like that, you understand why we always say at CTV Sports, we love the polo.